another x value to choose. So we'll go ahead and try that. Let's choose x equal -3 and see what happens. So there we go. Okay, there's our equation. Now we're going to substitute into our equation x equals 3. I'm sorry, x equals -3.
Yeah,
sorry about that. And what happens, Charlie? What's 2 times -3?
-6.
-6. Very good. Okay. And -6 now, subtract 3y equals 6. What we have to do is solve for y. So we've done these equations before, Charlie. I got to get the y by itself. So what's my next step?
Add 6 to both sides.
Okay, we add 6 to both sides. Okay. Those cancel. On the left-hand side, we're left with what, Charlie?
-3y.
-3y. And the right-hand side?
12.
12. Very good. Okay, we have -3y equals 12. Remember, we're solving for y. So now, Charlie, what do we do next?
Divide by -3.
Divide both sides by a -3. So we'll go ahead and show that. Bring our bar down. There's a -3. Those cancel. Okay, Charlie, what do we get for y?
-4.
-4. Very good. So we chose x equal a -3 and y came out to be -4. So Charlie, what's our ordered pair?
-3, -4.
Very good, Charlie. So we'll go ahead and list it in our table right here. Now again, we're going to look at our patterns. Our pattern that's occurring in our table. Notice the x's are decreasing by 3's and the y's are also decreasing, but they're decreasing by 2. Okay? So I wrote down -3 showing that they're decreasing and -2 for the y's because they're decreasing in that pattern there. Again, that will be referred to as the slope of the line, that the ratio of the change of y over change of x is the slope of a line, but we'll get more into that in our next few sections here. Okay, Charles, so let's go ahead and bring our grid and let's start plotting some points.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, let's plot the point 3, 0 first. Remember, we start at the origin. Okay, and Charlie, we move which way? X equals 3, we move which way?
To the right, 3.
The right 3, very nice, there it is. And now, do we have to move on the y?
No.
Up and down? No, because y was 0, okay. So let's go to our next point. We're ordered pairs, 0, -2. X is 0, Charlie. We're going to start at the origin. I don't have to move horizontally because x was 0. We simply have to move which way, Charlie?
Down 2.
Down 2. Very good. So there it is right there. Okay. And let's do our next point here. -3, -4. We start at the origin and move which way first? We're doing the x's. Do we move right or left?
Left.
To the left 3 times. So there it is. Okay. Now, Charlie, we have to move which way for the y? Up or down?
Down. There.
Down, and we're going to move down 4, so there it is. There's our point. Now all we have to do is draw the line, just connect the dots. Remember, all lines are straight. Just draw your line there, and there you have it. Very nice, Charlie. Okay, let's move on. Now, here we are moving on to a linear equation again. We have 2 variables, but this is a special form here. Some of you might know this is called the slope-intercept form. For those of you that are a little bit ahead or been reading ahead, you know, we're just going to get Charlie to get up with that. So, let's go on now. Here we go. We're going to choose a value for x. Now, Charlie, give us a value for x.
6.
Okay, we're going to choose x equals 6. Very nice. Okay. Now, see, x was a good choice.
What?
I'm sorry, 6 was a good choice for x because we're back to our kung fu-ing the fractions, right? Notice here, 3 goes into 6 2 times, and 2 times 2 is 4.
Oh, yeah.
So in our next step there, that will give us y equals 4, subtract 4, which gives us what, Charlie?
0.
Y equals 0. Very good. Okay. And so that is the ordered pair what, Charlie? We chose x equals 6. The y came out to be 0. So what's our ordered pair, Charlie?
6, 0.
6, 0. Very nice there. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that on our table. Now, what's another good choice for x, Charlie?
3.
Okay, 3 is a good choice because 3 will kung fu that fraction out of there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and list that. We'll do 3. And notice here, y equals 2/3 times 3, subtract 4. Now, Charlie, what's 2/3 times 3?
2.
2, that's right, because the 3's cancel out. We have y equals 2 subtract 4. Very nice, Charlie. And so what is 2 subtract 4, Charlie?
-2.
-2, very good. And so, choosing x equals 3 gives us y equals a -2. And Charlie, so what's our ordered pair there?
3 comma -2.
3 comma -2, very good. We'll go ahead and put it in our table. Okay. Now, we'll go for another point. Usually we want 3 points. Okay, remember when we're graphing lines. That way, we know if they all lie on a line, when you draw your line, they're all straight there on a line, then you know you're right. Okay. Now, here we go, Charlie. What's another good choice for x?
0.
X equals 0, because x equals 0 will basically get rid of the fraction, because 2/3 times 0 will be 0. Now, notice when we do that, okay, we're going to choose x equals 0. The fraction goes away. We get y equals 0 subtract 4. And so, Charlie, what's 0 subtract 4?
-4.
-4. Very nice, Charlie. So there's our ordered pair, and we'll go ahead and put it in our table now. Now, once again, we'll notice our pattern in our table. Notice the x values are decreasing by 3's, and the y values are decreasing by 2's, okay? That's, again, we're seeing that pattern called slope of a line, okay? We'll talk more about that later again. Okay, now all we have to do is plot our line, and we'll be done here. So, okay, Charlie, we're going to plot 6, 0. What happens now? How do we plot that one? Start at the origin and move which way?
Right.
To the right 6 times. There it goes. Okay. Let's go to our next ordered pair. 3, -2. We start at the origin. Now to plot the x, Charlie, we move which way?
The right 3.
That's right, to the right 3. And now to get the y, -2, we have to move which way, Charlie?
Down 2.
Down 2. Very nice, Charlie. We're almost home. So, bring us home, Charlie. We've got to plot this 0, -4. We're at the origin. Now, x is 0, so we don't have to move right or left. We simply have to move which way, Charlie?
Down 4.
Down 4 to get to that -4. And there it is. Once we get our 3 dots there, we simply draw our line, okay? Now remember, we had talked about this in class, that where the line intersects the x-axis, that is called the x-intercept. Now remember, those coordinates there for the x-intercept are 6, 0, okay? And the y-intercept for this line is what, Charlie?
0, -4.
0, -4. So there you go. That was fun. We're going to graph some more lines in part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
What?
Okay, so anyway, we'll see you all later. Hey, Charlie, you ready to graph some lines?
Oh, gosh. Oh.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.